Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back today to record another live reading for you guys. I am here again at the live, so that's why my voice has to be this way. I'm trying to be respectful of other people. I do want to check my audio really quickly, make sure that I've got my audio set here. I can't tell. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Anyways, this is going to be, hopefully my audio is okay, but hopefully, you know, those of you who are watching, you'll be able to hear me okay. And I just wanted to let you guys know that this reading specifically is for pairs and couples. So pairs and couples, people that want to know what's going on with their person or their or masculine. I have done a lot of readings in the past where it's been unspecified, but one of the things I really wanted to get back to doing, just because it helps me feel like I don't know, it helps me feel like I'm getting a grasp on reading couples, reading pairs. I have done like couples readings, or just really, you know, what intrigues me about relationships, what I find interesting about relationships is how complex they are. They're complex, they're complicated, and it really stretches me and helps distract me in a good way from all the stuff that I'm going on personally. I wanted to do specifically a pairs reading. I pulled these two cards, actually. These came out, like, so we're going to go with these, but we're also going to do some other ones. Yeah, this is like the first time I've actually focused, like, doing this kind of reading. I actually touched on this a little bit in my last reading. Man, I really wanted to do more. I want to do more of these. So, but before I jump in, I just want to remind everybody that I still am accepting donations. You can check all the links below in the description box if you want to contribute to what's going on with me. I have had severe funding issue with food and gas and just like everything that I need. So all donations are really appreciated at this time. Okay. So to begin, we have these two cards. I am going to just jump right in. These two cards, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor. This card actually came out in reverse, and the Emperor in reverse is fated to be, which is interesting. So there's something that's fated with you and this Queen of Pentacles person. Now the queens can be queens, okay? Like this could be someone who identifies in the LGBTQ plus community, but also somebody who has a very strong feminine side as well. Those of you who are in a relationship, you might have like what I would consider to be a little bit of an imbalance, like with regards to maybe feeling like someone isn't necessarily pulling their weight or isn't showing up in a way that's like. So for example, a lot of times this can show up as a man not really being supportive or taking on that masculine role or being protective, or really showing up in a healthy, mature, more masculine kind of way. Sometimes this can show up as a man who's more feminine, receptive, meaning they don't necessarily go out and get the things that they want. They're not necessarily really aggressive. They might have a softer side. They might have, just more of like a feminine side. And this can show up as problematic in relationships, especially if the feminine is more dominant. And they're not necessarily happy with the balance. So this can show up that way, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. That's the first thing I'm getting. But I also feel like some of you might be looking for this divine feminine, and there's like some fated element, or this could be like your person, whoever this is. You could be a masculine watching, and this could be your person. And that to me is someone that you're very focused on. I'm noticing like the green of her cloak here. It's very fascinating to me. This could be the future mother of your children, or this could be the mother of your child. There's something about a child here, a pregnancy here. I feel like whoever this is, they're really blossoming. They're really coming into their own. So you might see some significant changes with this person at the time that you meet them, or this could be, again, a significant partner to you. I want to get some more cards and see like what else is going on. But at the time you meet this Queen of Pentacles, you're going to know that there's a lot going on with her because she's, like I said, she's blossoming. So maybe what does blossoming mean? To me, it means like really stepping into her own power, not accepting, you know, the crap end of the stick ever, not settling for less, standing her ground, knowing her worth, knowing what she's capable of. This is also a person who would be kind of just trying to balance a lot, you know, could be trying to balance motherhood as well as career. This person also just kind of very got like, I want to say multitasking and going in multiple directions at all the same time. Blossoming to me means expansion and growth beyond what you've previously experience. So this could be expansion and growth in a family, expansion and growth in a personal life, expansion and growth in career, expansion and growth, say, like, for example, if you always lived in like a small, you know, 1-bedroom apartment, this could be, you know, buying a house, you know, getting a new car, things like that. This is a lot going on with this Queen of Pentacles, I feel. Now, you could be the Queen of Pentacles watching, and you might want to know like what's going on with a partner. And, you know, the Emperor is kind of a challenging character in upright. I don't necessarily feel like he's super challenging in the reverse. This is more of like modified. So, you know, this might be someone who ages very well or might have changed their perspective or approach, you know, like maybe they've sort of mellowed with age, or they've just gone through a lot of massive personal experiences. I'm seeing all this interesting stuff with them. I've never actually seen this before, which is fascinating. Okay, there's all this detail that's on this, like this wall behind him that I've never noticed before. I've never actually seen this because, you know, that's what happens with the tarot. Okay, so there we go. We got a good shot. You can see it's really, really interesting. Okay, so we have this bird at the top. I get a strong like Egyptian vibe from this. Very, very strong Egyptian vibe from this. I see like the ram. I also see like the trees oracle actually. There's a lot of ancient energy here, old wisdom, old energy. So whoever this person is, I feel like you could definitely have some past lives with this person, or you will know this person by just that energy of having like a connection right away, I want to say. I'm sorry, I'm losing focus here just a minute. There we go. So I feel like this could also even be like for pairs or couples. This could be like people that are married. So you might be interested in one or other party. Okay. So like, to me, this is a couple that's married. It feels a lot like a couple that's married, but doesn't have to be. The thing about the Emperor, again, is, you know, the Emperor to me is like the strongest, toughest card. It is the wall. So some of you might be dealing with some resistance, stubbornness, difficulty, challenge with a partner. Now that could be your partner who's feminine, or that could be your partner who's masculine. You're going to have to figure that out. But to me, there's a lot of energy coming from this Emperor that difficult challenge now. You could be like the Queen of Pentacles going through a very difficult, challenging time, okay? Where you just keep hitting this wall. You keep banging your head against this wall. But you can see both of them are holding something. So to me, both of them have something. Both of them are bringing something to the table. Both of them are in the relationship. They're invested. To me, it's sort of like, a long-term relationship that, you're almost like you put all your chips in, you've invested everything into it. I've never noticed this. Maybe I have, but it's been a really long time. I noticed there's this leaf on this person's forehead. And I'm also noticing he's got this wrist cuff thing on his left arm, which means for some of you, this is a person who is denying their feminine side, who's very controlled, very, very controlled. They control their emotions. They control what they receive. They're putting a lot out there, but they're not necessarily maybe receiving a lot, or they're blocking their receptive side. They're blocking their feminine side. They're also, to me, very controlling, and maybe they're in a high-powered position, or maybe they're just, the boss of whatever they do, and there's a strong element of control. There's also an arrogance and, like I said, a stubbornness, a willfulness. To me, this Emperor has either yet to go through some very hard lessons, or they've already been through some very hard lessons. I feel like they're about to go through some very hard lessons, because it's showing me that part in the movie that, where what's his face goes. I don't know if it's Thanos. What's his name? He goes and he basically sends his adopted daughter off the cliff, and she dies. She's like the only one he truly loves out of everyone, and yet he kills her. Like, he sends her off the cliff. So to me, this is like the refusal to admit feelings. This is the refusal to admit the truth in some way. Like, cause he is like in deep denial, and of course they have like the interchange where she's looking at him from like the child perspective, and I don't know if he's in dream world or something, and she's like, how do you feel now that you did that? How do you feel? And it's sort of like a reckoning. I feel like this person is going through a reckoning. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean a reckoning with you, but it definitely feels like there's going to be some very hard lessons for this person to learn. Whatever their arrogance is, whatever arrogance it is, they're learning the hard way, or they're going to learn the hard way. And the thing that they lose is they lose time. They lose the thing that's close to them. They lose something of value. And the thing is like there may be something within this relationship where this person takes this person for granted, or this person takes this person for granted, or both. This person definitely is going to have some regrets. Now, this person may already have regrets on how they treated this Queen of Pentacles. You could also be, I don't know, for some reason, like, this is your dad, or like this is your mom. You could be watching this, and like, to me, this is like family element. There's a family element here. But to me, he is definitely not necessarily seeing all of her worth. I feel like she has either been crying her eyes out or staying up really, really late, burning the candle at both ends. Absolutely. Like, I see like dark circles under her eyes, and just her, like, maybe her makeup is smudged from crying, and she does not look happy to me. Whatever she's holding, she's not looking at him. Whatever she's holding is important to her. So there is an element of materialism here. So, and I'm not saying this to be mean to anybody, but I feel like there's an element of materialism that comes up in our consciousness and our culture that we really need to address at some point. What's more important? Hanging on to some element of materialism or connecting with a partner. And I feel like she's missing the connection. There's just not the connection. And there are some people, I hate to say this, but some people, they don't want to have the connection. They'll come home to a partner and not look at their partner. They'll come home to a partner and not even touch their partner, not even hug their partner, not even be like, hey, how's it going? Give them a kiss on the cheek. No. There's an element of prickliness to this person who isn't putting any attention into this person at all. And they might even not even be talking. They might even be ignoring each other. Now, this does not necessarily mean this is a no contact situation, but it could be where she's not paying attention to him. Maybe she's looking at her phone and he's looking at his phone, but there's not there's no communication. And they might be texting other people as well. I definitely feel like whatever she's doing is not necessarily healthy. I feel like she needs to work on her health, but she's not focused on her health. She's focused on all this other stuff. I feel like a lot of people, this is the way it is again, where they're not eating right, they're not sleeping right, they're doing whatever, and they're maybe texting all day long, where they're busy all day long with work, and they come home and they just, there's nothing left. And so it's sort of like trying to have a conversation with this person, with this Queen of Pentacles, is going to be really hard. I feel sorry for both of these people, whoever is in this relationship. I feel sorry for the Emperor, because the Emperor, despite the fact that he's kind of challenging, and yeah, he's going to learn some hard lessons, I feel like he still deserves to have a partner who's in it to win it, who's in it for him. Because she's not. And I feel sorry for the Queen of Pentacles, because the Emperor simply cannot get his head out of his ass. And the Emperor simply cannot get over himself long enough to really appreciate whatever it is she is bringing to the table, even if it's not nearly what he wants or not nearly enough. I feel like it's an environment that there's also chaos. I see a lot of chaotic elements here to her. Her hair is not totally done. Her clothes are not 100% maybe washed or clean or pressed or something. It's a little bit ragged. He also is kind of just dealing with it. He was put on this robe here, and my imagination is this was on the floor somewhere. And he picked it up and he's like, okay, I'm just going to wear this for today. So it's just, there's a chaotic element. I'm not sure if she is able to pull things together or if there's some element that's just not together for her. But I feel like it's sort of like if you were to, the way I look at it, if you were to look at these people's house, it would be very chaotic in some way. Maybe there would be a lot of things everywhere. Maybe it wouldn't be picked up. Maybe it wouldn't be vacuumed. Maybe there would be clothes and things everywhere. But I also feel like this is their emotional state as well. This is his emotional state is more, I almost feel sorry for the Emperor as well, because his emotional state, the Emperor, the way I usually see the Emperor is somebody who's almost their stubbornness has gotten to a point where it's so bad that they're resistant to everything. They're blocking the good. They're heavily emotionally blocked. They're not going to make a decision about emotions at all. In fact, even if you told the Emperor you loved him all day, he's not going to care. He's going to care about solid foundation. He's going to care about what he's got what he's doing, providing for people. He's not going to necessarily care about the feelings part. I also feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, we've got just some energy of, I want to say, reluctance. To change. She's just as stuck as he is. So she's like, if there was like an argument about, let's just say, divorce or separation, she's going to be like, well, you need to leave. And he's going to be like, well, you need to leave. Right? She's settled into her ways, even though there are things for her that need to change. This again might be somebody, again, your person, that needs some to really prioritize relationships. I don't necessarily feel like she might not even really be into whoever's watching. She might not even be really into you if you're male or masculine. And some of you are into somebody who, I'm going to say this sounds so kind of harsh, but I'm just going to say what I'm channeling here, who's so selfish and self-absorbed that they cannot give you the time of day, and they don't deserve you. But I want to say that this Emperor person wants so badly to grow, wants so badly to come out of their shell, to break this wall, because in some way they're imprisoned by this wall that they've built. They're stuck behind this wall. So it's like, they're like, haha, nobody can see me, and yet they're happy. He's not smiling here. Whatever warmth she would offer him, he's rejecting. I also worry about this couple's sex life. I don't necessarily feel like they might not even do it. Like, not even maybe that much. Like, there's not like, there's some people that just don't have the connection. That just don't, there's nothing between them. Now, this might have started off as dating and falling in love and having kids and whatever. But it doesn't feel like there was ever really a connection to begin with. A lot of people fall into relationships. Some people start off just sleeping together, and then they end up in a relationship, and there was never really a connection. Maybe there's chemistry. I'm not saying there's not chemistry. I feel like when these two do hook up, it might be quite hot, but there's not, like, then they go back to whatever they were doing. It doesn't necessarily change the situation. So essentially what I'm seeing here is the lack of growth. I'm seeing a lack of growth between these two people, whoever these two people are for you. Now, these could be older people, again, parental figures that are set in their ways. But I feel like there's a stuckness to both of them. I do feel like the Emperor is more willing to grow, which is shocking to me, than the Queen of Pentacles here. Whoever this person is. She has so much going on, and she's blossoming, so she is already growing, but she's not willing to change whatever it is her situation is. She's like, okay, I'm planted here, and I'm not moving. I'm going to pull some other cards and see what else we got here. Yep. Okay. So I feel like because we have the sun here, I feel like the Emperor is really, really in need of some warmth, possibly even some vitamin D. Needing to go outside, needing to feel like joy again. They're not letting anybody in. Like, the Emperor is not letting anybody in, and the thing is they're blocking out the sun. And I do feel like for some of you, whoever this is, this person might, this Queen of Pentacles is, this Queen of Pentacles may be going through divorce or may be considering divorcing this Emperor, whoever this is. So even if this is a parental figures, I do feel like there is a divorce in the works here, or some legal thing, a legal separation in the works. As crowning, like it would be, I would consider this crowning the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like you could, for those of you watching, you could be divorcing the Queen of Pentacles, or she could be divorcing you. Whoever, when I say you, I mean, and vice versa. I actually feel like there's going to be relief if there's a separation or a divorce. To me, there's all these butterflies I'm seeing here. And I just feel like it's a relief. Now, this could also be some kind of legal stuff, okay? This could be some kind of legal thing that you've got going. You could have a legal case going. There's lots of people who have legal stuff, so it's not like this would be unusual. But because I'm focused on the couple's energy here, I really feel like it would be a divorce proceeding or a separation. If it was separation, it would lead to a divorce later in time. Or for some of you, you guys could separate and then get back together later in time as well. Now again, I can't make the decision for people, but I definitely feel like it's one of those things where it's hard to advise because people a lot of times don't know when to leave. And this is where if, you know, somebody like, you know, goes through divorce, I would not go back. You always need to move forward in life. I would not go back. I would just continue to move forward. I want to move on to another couple and see what else I get for a different couple. Yes. Okay. So I'm really happy because I was waiting for the Devil to come out. I have been wanting to do a reading about the Devil specifically. It's interesting. They are not focused on each other again. You see, the Devil's looking this way, and the Magician's looking that way. I wanted to talk about the Devil. I don't know why. It was something that just called to me. I was like, I really want to talk about these energies because I feel like this is what the challenge is. This is what we're dealing with. This is what everybody's dealing with. Lies, temptation, excess, feelings of just imbalances. To me, it's imbalances. Giving too much, not receiving enough. You know, to me, this is also, I don't like the Devil energy, but I wanted to talk about it because this happens a lot with a lot of different types of situations where, even myself, I've done this a lot, where, you know, the Devil thinks he has your heart, you know, but he doesn't. It's just an illusion. And people think also too, like they can't, there's no choices, there's no way out. It's all illusion. But basically, the rule is you can leave at any time, regardless of whatever piece of paper you signed. Or some people don't believe that, but that's the truth. We all have free will. I feel like some of you need to take your power back. With the Devil, absolutely take your power back. I'm also getting something really interesting here too. Is the Devil has this heart, right? But he doesn't know what to do with it. And it almost feels like the Devil is one person, literally. Like the Magician is the Devil. Like by day, the Magician is just going to work, just doing what they do. and this, you could be watching for yourself or somebody else, or this could be you, this could be somebody else. Okay. But to me, the devil, the magician is just going to work. To me, the magician is work focused, work focused. By day, you're going to work. By night, you're the devil. And to me, the message is, it's very unclear here. Which energy is stronger? It feels like the energy of, at times, the magician is stronger, and at times the devil is stronger. Some of you may be struggling with some kind of addiction or recovery situation too. But the devil does not know what to do with love. The devil does not know what to do in a relationship. The devil is not functioning as somebody who's interested in a relationship, or does not know how to have a relationship or a partnership. That's what I'm getting here. Guys, I hate to say this, but I'm already down to 15%. I feel like I haven't even gotten started with this. So I may charge up and come back just for these 2 cards. If I can't do it today, then I'm going to have to try to do another time. Thank you guys so much for being supportive. I know I have to end here. I'm so sorry. I wish I could continue on because there's more, but I send everybody big hugs, big kisses. Please take care. All the best. And please donate if you can. Have a great night. Take care. Bye-bye.